Radio? Is my radio on?
The numbers 16121 were carved on her chest. What do you think of that?
Oh, well, I guess if he's numbering his victims and he's got to 16,000, I guess we're not very good at our job.
I guess not. Now, if you've just tuned in, we're discussing a very recent murder here on Police FM, broadcasting to millions around the world. And, to be honest, it's got us completely stumped, hasn't it?
Yes, completely stumped.
One thing about the murderer, he placed the victim's left hand on her breast, so we are really talking about a sick piece of work out there. Please can you email in if you have any idea as to what the number 16121 means?
Well, actually someone has sent something in quite interesting. They say, if you look at the number upside down on a calculator, it sort of looks like it says, Izigi. So, Graham, what do you think of that?
Oh, sorry, I was eating. Yeah, I think Izigi is going to be our lead. It's the best we've got so far. If you know an Izigi out there, please email in.
We have another email from, apparently it's from the killer himself. He says, well done for your hard work, but your listeners should be careful. It looks like he's threatening our listeners. He says, any one of you could be the next to die. But you won't be, so don't worry, unless your name is Jasper Keane. So it sounds like most of our listeners will be alright. Oh, and there's a PS. It says, it's a / and not a 1.
What do you think that last bit means?
I guess he's speaking in code.
Must be. Now, some people have made the connection between this murder and Walter Sullivan.
Oh, I read about that in a bin.
Yes, and... Sorry?
Oh, nothing.
Sorry, do you get your news from bins?
No, well, sometimes. No, I mean, it's just cheaper, isn't it? Sometimes I get juice as well.
Now, some people have emailed in suggesting that we have a minute's silence for the victim. I say that if you want a minute's silence, then just turn off the radio for a minute and pretend that we actually care. Now, we'll have more on this interesting case later, and it's one that has us completely stumped, so if you are out there, killer, well done. Our sympathies go out to the victim's family, and we'll pick up this case later, but first, a track from the Beatles.
Oh, I do love this track.
Whoa, how did I get here? Maybe I was driving and my car disappeared or something. So this is the forest world. First impressions are not great. I say bring back the subway world. Actually, don't. That would just be annoying. Well, I guess I'd better get up. Things to do, people to see, dying. I'm so glad I'm out of the closed environment of my apartment room, and now I'm in a forest, which has a surprisingly closed environment, considering it's a forest. Oh, hello. What's your name?
Jasper.
Really? What do the other J's stand for?
Jasper.
Okay.
So you came to investigate this stone too?
Yeah, well I was undercover until you blew it. You know, if you're investigating the stone, I think you're facing the wrong way.
But I was the one who found the stone first.
Well done you then. It is pretty hard to spot.
There was a real nosy guy earlier. He said he was looking for Jasper Keane. I said, I'm, and then he got annoyed and walked off. The natives used to call it Nakihona.
Really? That's interesting. Sorry, I've gotten a bit confused. I thought I was in Forest World, but apparently I'm in Museum World?
Kinda gives you the chills, doesn't it?
No, it doesn't. It's a stone. Stop telling me what I should find scary. I can work it out for myself.